Okay, good day, guys. Today I'll be talking about impermanent loss, lending and borrowing on DeFi and the IFOs. So, as you all know, I said in my previous video that impermanent loss is one of the risks that comes with yield farming. So, if I want to know the meaning of impermanent loss, as the name implies, impermanent, that means the loss has not yet occurred. Has not yet occurred. So let's just go straight to the meaning of impermanent loss. So impermanent loss occurs when you provide liquidity into a liquidity pool and the price of the deposited assets change compared to when you deposited the assets. The larger the change, the bigger the exposure to impermanent loss. And this is only reversible if the asset returns to the original price level. Then if the funds are removed from the liquidity pool before any reverse to the original price, the impermanent loss is realized and becomes permanent. That means this is where you have incurred the loss if you withdraw the fund before the price return to its original level. So let's just go to let's use this Ethereum and DAI as an example. Okay, let's just say at first you have $200 to farm, to go into each farming. Then looking at the pool now, let me see, you want to farm LP, Ethereum and DAI. DAI here is a stable coin. DAI here is a stable coin. Then you want to farm Ethereum and DAI. First of all, I told you before that for you to be able to farm, you have to split your $200 into two. That is 1:1 ratio into two. Meaning that since it's $200, you split it into two, meaning that you have $100 worth of Ethereum and $100 worth of DAI. As I said, DAI is a stable coin. Stable coin meaning that it does not go up, it does not go down. It is pegged to $1. That means one DAI is equals to $1. So as you can see, I wrote it here for you to understand, not just saying it, so that over time you can actually come back to it. So let's just assume that the price of one Ethereum is $100. As I wrote your assumption is not actually the current price assumption, but the price of DAI is $1. DAI is a stable coin. So let's assume that the current price of Ethereum is $100. Then your farming capital is $200. Then after splitting it into a ratio of 1:1, meaning that you have $100 worth of Ethereum, then $100 worth of DAI. Okay. After providing liquidity, you are entitled to 10% shares of the pool. After providing liquidity, you are entitled to 10% shares of the pool. But your total value of liquidity provided is $200, like your capital. Okay, yeah, the pool constant here now is 10 Ethereum times 1,000 DAI, which is equal to $10,000. That was the pool constant for for this particular pool. Then let's go straight to the point. Then let's say over time now the price of Ethereum increases from that $100. Remember, the initial price before was $100 when you farm. Then Ethereum increases from $100 to $400. You understand? That means one Ethereum now is now equals to $400, which is still the same thing as 400 DAI, because one DAI is still $1. So one Ethereum now is equals to $400 or 400 DAI. So at this point now, arbitrage traders now will now start swapping all their DAI to Ethereum to reflect the current price of Ethereum. Like they will use, like you all know now, when the coin start pumping, that's when most people start buying the coin. You understand? So at this point now, arbitrage traders now will start using their DAI to buy Ethereum, which will now change the pool constant to this 5 ETH times 2,000 DAI. But the actual value still remains the same, doesn't change. Only that the changes only occurs between the LP tokens, but the total value of the pool still remains the same, which is still $10,000. So if the value of it changes from $100, increases from $100 to $200, sorry, from $100 to $400, meaning one it is now $400, and which is still the same thing as 400 DAI. The pool constant will change from 10 it times 1000 DAI to 10,000 DAI. It will change from this first the pool constant to the second one, which is 5 it times 2000 DAI, which is still equals to $10,000. Then from here, once you see these changes, then you let me say you just want to harvest your LP token. When the price of Ethereum increases, then you want to harvest it. As you can see, I don't need to explain much because my write up here, like I've already broadened the fact of this impermanent loss. So I'm just trying to like throw more light on it. Then from here now, if you decide to harvest the pool, what you will get, like your 10% shares, 10% of, like, as you can see, the pool constant here has already changed, which is from 10 it times 1000 DAI equals to $10,000. So it has changed to 5 it, meaning that arbitrage traders now have bought some of the it in the pool with their DAI, which increases the value of DAI to 2000 DAI in the pool. Then with the reduction of it from 10 it to 5 it. So now, then if you decide to harvest your LP token at this point, you find out that what you will get is like your 10% that you will get from the pool is 0.5 it and 200 DAI. And since the value of it is now $400, dollars, that means 0.5. If you minus 1 minus 0.5 is still 0.5. 0.5 is just half of 1, as you know. So you get 0.5. That means your 10% shares of it, you get 10% shares of it and 10% shares of the DAI. Because I told you from the beginning that you get 10% shares. You're entitled to 10% shares of the pool. Then 10% of 5 it is this 0.5 it. Is this 0.5 it. Then 10% of this 2000 DAI is 200 DAI. So once you harvest your equity token, you have made a total of $400. But remember, your capital you used to farm was $200. So if you harvest your LP token at this point, you find out that you have made a profit of additional $200. You made a profit of additional $200 because the prices of Ethereum increases, while your DAI still remain, like you have 10% shares of the pool, which is 10% of Ethereum and 10% of DAI. 10% of 5 here, which is 5 divided by 10, is 0.5 it, which will be given to you. Then 2000 DAI divided by 10, 200 DAI divided by 2000 DAI divided by 10 will give you 200 DAI. So if you should harvest your token at this point now, you will get 0.5 it and 200 DAI. So let's go how this is where impermanent loss occurs. Let's say you didn't provide any liquidity. Okay, let's say now when the price of Ethereum was just $100, and you have $200 with you, then you bought Ethereum when the price was just $100, then you still have a DAI of $100. Okay, let me just make it clear like this. Okay, initially the price of Ethereum was $100. You didn't you didn't farm anything. You just bought Ethereum there. You just bought one Ethereum, which is worth $100. Then you bought DAI and you left it in your wallet. Then let's see, after the increase or pump from Ethereum, let's say you didn't farm anything. You find out that at the end of the day, your Ethereum in your wallet will increase from the $100 to $400. Then plus your initial 100 DAI that you have in your wallet, making you a profit of $500. So the impermanent loss there that occurs when you farm your token and when you do not farm is just $100. That's the impermanent loss you incurred. But according to the pool, you didn't make any loss. You multiplied your capital times 2, which is the $400. But assuming you did not farm anything, you just bought Ethereum there and leave it in your wallet, then you still have like you just carry the 200,000 invested in Ethereum and then die without doing anything. You would have made $500 and additional $300 profit plus your capital, which is 200 plus your capital, which is $200, making a total of $500 profit. But when you stake your this thing, when you farm you get $400. So the difference here is just $100, and the loss here is not too significant. You understand? So one of the ways of you to counter impermanent loss is for you to farm between two stable coins. Like we have, you go to CoinGecko, you check on stable coins on CoinGecko, you see we have like different type of stable coins, and stable coins makes up the number 2 largest market cap as a whole in cryptocurrency. We have stable coins like DAI. I've talked about DAI, USDT, that BUSD, TUSD. Like we have different one like PAX. All these are stable coins. So when you farm between these two stable coins, there's less risks or no risks at all, because you find out that the two of these stable coins, they are just like standby. This one don't go above the other, like they remain at the same spot. So according to the percentage of the pool, like we have different yield farming aggregators. So if you should farm between two stable coins, then any transaction that is done under these two stable coins, there is a certain percentage you get. And I'll be listing over time. I'll be giving you list of yield aggregators and other yield farming sites. So let's just make this video straightforward. Then let's go to staking. One of the ways of earning using stake when you are staking your coins is through early participation. When you participate very early in a particular staking pool, you tend to get a higher returns, because over time when people start coming into this pool, the APY, the percentage APY, will start reducing. It will reduce drastically, and I will give you a brief example. As of last month, for if you want to stake your cake on PancakeSwap, the APY with there was, as of last month, was 106%. 2 weeks ago, it reduced to 97%. Presently, now as I'm talking to you, the APY is now 57%, as you can see. So if you should have staked your cake when the APY was 106%, you should have known how much you have in. So I'll actually take you to a video of how a guy would stake his cake. He staked about $2,000 worth of cake, and he was earning $3 per hour, $72 per, I think he was earning $3 per hour for staking his cake. So I'll play the video for you. I'll actually send the video for you, but for now let's go into the borrowing and lending. Most decentralized protocols associated with borrowing and lending on DeFi category is usually built under the Ethereum blockchain. And most times when you want to partake in these DeFi activities, you find out that the transaction fees is too high. Most of the times, like if you want to carry out any transaction on Ethereum, you find out that for you to even send Ethereum from your wallet to another wallet, or from yourself to another person, you find out that the transaction fee is bigger than the amount you want to even send. So, but today I'll be taking you through an easy platform called Kucoin. This Kucoin is a token. It also has its own blockchain and ecosystem. So I'll be taking you through Kucoin on how you can carry out these DeFi activities on Kucoin. It's very easy and smart, and there are other staking pools there where you can earn high returns. So I'll be dropping the link for you. You use my link and my ID, you sign up so that you can get 20% off your transaction fees. So let's go to Kucoin. As you can see the app here, then at the downside you click home. In here, let's just go to staking before we go to the lending and borrowing stuff and all that. So on Kucoin here, like after clicking staking, from the home page here, you click staking. As of last week, the percentage here was 75%. 75. As more people are coming into the pool, the percentage will keep reducing. In here, you can stake your Hydra, your dot, and 8%. But let's go to the borrowing side of it. So in here, you see lend idle assets and interest. So as you can see here, you can lend as you can see in this platform here now. Let me see if you have like, okay, let's just go for the little amount here. Okay, let's say you have like $50 here to lend. You lend it for 14 days using your USDT now. You lend it for 14 days, and the person that borrows this your USDT will pay you back with 15.33%. Not only USDT, like if you have any coin to lend in a specified period of time, you gain a certain percentage. This platform is super easy, and you can understand every concept here. If you have one and that, you can actually lend and get percentage. Then if you want to borrow, you can actually borrow and you pay certain percentage to the owner. But first of all, let me go back to that staking. In this Hydra here, the staking period here is flexible. Flexible meaning that like you can redeem your token anytime you want. But when it comes to this dot, you find out that you can only redeem it within a period of 28 days, only 28 days. So if you are staking, know that you can't redeem the token until the expiration of 28 days. Same thing as this dive here, you can only redeem it at only 3 days, interval of 3 days. Then if you go to flexible token, flexible, these are the ones you can redeem at any time with the percentage here. So that was it. So next thing I want to talk about is the IFOs. So what's the meaning of IFO? IFO simply means initial farm offering. So I'll be talking about IFO. So what is IFO? The IFO was first introduced on Pancake, which allows users to stake their LP token in exchange for a project token using an overflow mechanism. In the event of overflow, the excess token are returned to the bidders. Bidders here are people who provided liquidity for the token. That's what is the meaning of bidders. So IFO on Pancake uses a Cake BNB LP token. So let's just go to let's go to Pancake Swap. So in here you click this 3 arrow, then at the last side you see this IFO. You click on it. So I said on Pancake Swap, IFO on Pancake Swap uses Cake and BNB as LP token. You can on Pancake Swap you use Cake and BNB. Then while you provide liquidity for this IFO projects, then the project will receive your BNB in exchange for their own token, while your Cake will be bonds, which increases the value of Cake itself. The projects don't receive your Cake. What they receive is your BNB in exchange for your for their own token. Let's just say for example now. For example now, let's go to past IFOs, like the project that have launched their token under IFOs. Let's select. Let's just say let's select Hot Cross as our example. So when I was giving a brief explanation of IFOs, I talked about overflow mechanism. Overflow mechanism simply means like, if you check in this menu here, you will see funds to raise. The fund that this particular project planned to raise was just $750,000, but what was committed was $13 million. So when things like this occurred, you will remove $750,000 from this $13 million. Then the rest will be distributed to the bidders, like people that participated in the project, since they already have an overflow of what they requested. Then this is the total number of cake to be born. Like I told you, the projects don't receive your cake. What they receive is your BNB. Then the total number of cake to be born is $375,000 worth of cake, and the price of this hot cross now, when it will be launched, is 0.05. So if you should, this IFO is just like a platform where any new decentralized projects that want to be launched but they don't have fund to launch their token, this is where IFO have come to take part for easy access for them to get to their users. So they will come to IFOs now and mint their token. Then users now will get to fund it. So if the capital that they plan to realize is more, they will now distribute it back to the bidders. So that's what IFO simply means. So as you can see, the actual price here of this hot cross when it will be launched is 0.05. So once the token is launched, you can actually sell it back and gain more profit, since you participated in the IFO. Since you participated in the IFO, you can actually sell it back and gain back your profit. But note that in taking part in anything concerning crypto is actually risk. You invest what you can afford to lose. So the next thing here, I'll be dropping link for you guys where you can I'll be dropping link for different yield aggregators, because as a DeFi trader, from time to time you migrating from one pool to another looking for a higher percentage where you can actually stick or farm your token to get higher reward. So I'll be dropping a video on that separately, and I'll be dropping the various sites where you can go and check out the percentage, or whether they have set up another pool with a higher percentage, so that you can jump in early and make profit before other people start coming into the pool, which will lead to the reduction of the percentage. So I'll be dropping various sites for you, and a video on where you can get this site by yourself. So thanks.